Vroom, vroom. In the films, when we were in New Zealand, you probably saw me keep saying, oh, the sun is shining. And think, well, yeah, we know the sun is shining. Well, I'm telling you, it's the 7th of June, which we would imagine the sun would be shining, it'd be a lovely day. And here I am, sitting in front of the fire, because it's bloody cold, and the rain is pouring down outside. So, you know, it's not the best. But anyway, we were just having lunch, and Suzie reminded me, it's 3 months since we went back from New Zealand and Australia. Well, you know, there's still quite a bit of footage and some actually good footage. So Susie's now going to make a tremendous effort. She's obviously feeling a bit sort of going to have a go. So she said, I think you've got to introduce it all and I'll get on with it this afternoon. Probably sitting in front of the fire, but anyway, that's another story. But so, this is what happened. We went and stayed with Bruce. No, we didn't stay with Bruce, we went to see Bruce, and he had a lovely little Fiat and a Formula V single-seater racing car. Smashing bloke, knows all what's going on, and had a lovely old tractor and lived in a smashing place actually. But anyway, so it gets down to more or less the last day, and he got in touch with us and said, oh, there's a car meeting near where you are, just up the road. Anyway, we went up the road, and I was thinking, oh, there'll be a couple of cars in the car park, and as you will see, it's a really good meeting. Absolutely magic. All sorts of different stuff that you're never ever likely to see. And then we met Geoff. Now, Geoff is he's a bit of a private sort of bloke. Having spoke to all the other people, Geoff is a bloke who gets on with it, but he don't make a fuss about it, you know. Anyway, luckily old Geoff came and talked to us, and I got on with Geoff like house and fire, you know, and I like old Geoff. Well, when you see his cars, you realise why I like him, because he really has got a fabulous taste. He's obviously bought some very good cars, and he keeps them in a dungeon, more or less. It's underneath a building, and Susie's going, oh, it's very dark, and oh, don't worry, it's a knockout. It adds an even bit more mystery, but he's got some fabulous cars. So anyway, so she's going to make a film about that, and then sort of put that together, and then we've got another couple of things, you know, in Australia and New Zealand that still need doing. So hopefully in the next few days we'll get up to date and you'll see a few films, because really we've got to nail this, because I can't believe we've been back for 3 months. It seems like, wow, it's gone so quick. And I think that we've got to sort of nail this Australia and New Zealand, because you never know, by the time we get it done we'll be going back again. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, or that's what Susie's going to do today. So I expect a good video about next week sometime, because we always send them off to people and let them have a look, you know, just in case there's something they're not happy with. So that always takes a couple of days. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. Well, you won't believe it, someone comes up to me and said, oh, you haven't done? And I said, yeah, thinking they was a shed racing follower. Turned out he worked for me for a few weeks in the workshop as he was travelling around England, you know, from here.
And that's 35 years ago.
Yeah, must be at least. Small world, isn't it?
And I think he was surprised I didn't recognise him.
I think he was surprised you were alive.
So we want to make a thing for the front of the Bugatti, you know.
Yeah. Oh, for the mesh?
Yeah.
I was watching your video the other day with the plastic burning with the plastic mesh, you burn it off, and now...
I was just going to tell you that.
Yeah, I watched it, but...
He's very repetitive.
Yeah,
you know, if you're a true fan, then you know more than he does.
You know more than me, yeah. Oh, tiger silk.
No.
How can New Zealand manage without tiger
You haven't talked about tiger silk for a while.
Yeah, I can't believe it. We should have bought a suitcase full of tiger silk, darling.
Can't wait till next time.
We bought a piston. He's going to gas us. couple of our followers here in the car park, in the sunshine, with just a little club meeting and look at it, eh?
Yeah, lovely.
Fabulous.
Brilliant day, yeah.
I'd
It
say
really
to
is.
them, they've got a fabulous country, you want to look after it.
We do our
We're
best.
trying to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, because
Trying
you
to
know.
have fun with motor cars, that's what
Yeah,
it's all about.
yeah. I hear you have to have an MOT every 6 months, though.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to get the rules changed to 12 months, but
Yeah,
the wheels grind very slowly.
yeah. Well, we don't have to in England,
No, I know.
which is ridiculous, because, you know, a lot of people that own old cars now don't know anything about it.
No.
You know, from my generation, we worked on them.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think, oh, it's a bit posh to have a classic car. So they buy a classic and they got no idea.
Yeah.
They have it serviced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
true.
Right.
Third time, there you go.
2005.
That's the Fiat over the way there.
Yeah, and that's what this run is. This is,
Brooklands to Brighton.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So there you go, Susie.
And funnily enough, on the Facebook page this morning, there was somebody in the UK that thought that it was starting from Brooklands in the UK.
Yeah.
And then he saw that the temperatures were going to be 30 degrees and
And he
decided,
realised
no,
he'd done it
that's not
wrong."
the same place.
That's good, isn't it? Was it local or did you find it out in the country?
Ah, no, it was in a million pieces.
Yeah. They all are, aren't they? Everybody I speak to. One bloke, he said, we managed to get the engine, he said, and I was talking to one of the people, and he said, oh, the flywheel, he said, we threw in the concrete. So they got a digger, lifted the concrete out, and there's a picture of a bloke going, whoa, and the flywheel is actually back on the car. It was a scat, and it's got big veins, you know, on the flywheel.
Yep.
And they picked all the concrete out and put it back on. Wow. So then the body, somebody said, oh, the body's here somewhere, but we're talking about, you know, thousands of acres. Anyway, he went out on a horse, and he managed to find the wings, and one of the wings had just got a bit cut out of it, like, so they obviously needed a bit of metal, so they just cut it out.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He said, oh, that's good. He said, we can soon put a new bit of metal in. No, that's a lovely job. Beautiful.
What are you saying?
Yeah, look, it's got brakes like a bike.
Oh, bicycle,
You know,
yeah.
like rubs on the rim.
Yeah.
And then the back
fantastic.
brake, look, rubs on there. I shouldn't think it's got very good brakes, is it? I shouldn't think the brakes are particularly powerful.
No, it's pathetic.
You have to be a bit careful, yeah.
At least you've got one of the...
Right, so look, show the other side. Wow. What a good bike from 1914. Is that a valve Victor?
It's a decompressor.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Pull it back on the top and second gear, and then
Yeah,
and
that's
then
it.
it just kicks it off and
Yeah,
fires.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's a very advanced bike, isn't it?
You can't kickstart it.
Yeah.
You just walk with it and it goes.
Really? Oh. Yeah, look at that.
1910 Crossley.
1910 Crossley.
You know Geoff that you saw at in the UK?
Paris, yeah.
He had a Crossley Bugatti.
Right.
That's still here.
Very rare car.
Yes.
I say that looks like a good family.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't get springs made like that now.
No.
Springs were so much better than, you know, obviously when you had loads of blacksmiths.
Oh.
This is nice, isn't it? I like it.
Yeah, this is more my.
Yeah, that's nice.
And when they do that.
That just looks hot to me.
That V12. That's a car I would buy.
So what's good about this car, boys?
Well, it's a very good car. It's a Packard. And Packards were the best. And,
Really?
And a three-window coupe, you know, you can't get anything more lovely American than that. Mind you, we did see Clark Gable's wife's Packard, didn't we? Duesenberg, yeah.
Get with it, Ivan.
Yeah.
You're just getting into the end of the Art Deco.
Yes.
With this.
Just Austin Sevens.
And what did I do in this car, Susie?
Kissed Edna.
No.
Passed your driving test.
Passed the driving test in an Austin Ruby, just like that.
Is that a sunroof?
Yeah, and they always leak. That one's probably been sealed because they're a nuisance.
Okay, good.
But that's a lovely little car. And then a Chummy. Can't beat a Chummy. What a good little car.
And is that a Tudor? This next thing? A Ford?
Yeah, that's a I think they call that a Model B. That's like after the Model A.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, good.
I've got 259 minis. You know, real one's I think 500 and something off the line. So I've got an Austin one and I've got a Morris one. So the Morris one was made up the road from us, and the other one was made in Longbridge up in Birmingham.
Yeah.
What's this, Ivan?
Well, I don't know.
It's called an Empire.
It's an Empire, is it? Well, that's new to me.
I'm looking at the pedals.
Yeah, well, you look at the pedals.
Nowhere, is there?
No, you know, I don't think they did a lot of miles. But you look at the pedals on my old Hall & Scott, or their Peugeot, they're smooth.
They're worn out.
And they came from Australia, those pedals. In a
Oh,
load
this
of,
is
in a load of
pristine,
bits,
isn't
you
it?
know. It's lovely, isn't it? I like it. An Empire. Does Alison live, Susie?
She lives at the top of the South Island in Havelock.
Oh yes.
Anyway.
Oh yes, I know her. She's
She
got
wa-
an Austin 7 special.
That's
Yes,
it.
Her
Ali,
dad
yeah.
used to race it.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
she used to work for Ivan in the 80s.
Oh really?
That's
Yeah.
it. So we went to see her.
Oh yeah, she's
And,
fantastic.
she took us over some pass, Susie
Yeah.
The Molesworth station.
Oh wow.
Lime in her ute.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
can drive beautifully,
Yeah, I know,
you know.
yeah.
She's a real character.
Yeah, she was at the 100 years of the Austin 7,
I'm sure,
which
yeah.
was down in Timaru a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, she had that Austin 7, obviously, when she worked for me.
Oh, yeah.
And she also had her dad's Talbot, which is now sold to her brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, because I think that's supercharged, that, or can be.
Oh, the little Austin 7 was?
Yeah.
When we know her,
Yeah.
it was supercharged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, lovely girl, really. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we've had a brilliant few weeks, haven't we?
We've had a
Yeah.
really
This is like that. This is our last full day. This is the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause tomorrow we're off to Australia.
Oh, fantastic.
Another shed. This is a Fiat, and we're just discussing the boys. We've got cast iron pistons like my Don AZL, and I was just saying, we made our own piston rings, but we put in YouTube how to make piston rings, and a bloke from Australia tells you exactly what to do. It's so good. So we made our own ring.
And this is Bruce. Are you happy to be on the channel, aren't you, Bruce?
Yes, very heavy.
Well, we're delighted to have had lunch here with Bruce and to be
Yeah.
looking in his shed. So this Fiat, what year is this?
This is, well, it's registered as 1920, but I think it's 22.
Okay.
And it's really only had 2 long-term owners.
And it's always been in New Zealand, this?
Yes, New Zealand new.
So Johnson makers Smith, Johnson and
Johnson
Smith,
and Smith, yes.
Christchurch. Wow.
And that's the same body that's on Richard's car in
Yeah,
Botswana.
well, what happened was it was cheaper to bring them in with no body.
Yeah.
And I bought a Type 44 the same.
Did you?
Yeah, no, a 40. It was a Type 40, and I bought it from Australia, and I bought it from a bloke called Bibb Stillwell.
Oh yeah, racing driver.
Yeah, and my wife's best friend was married to Bibb.
Oh wow.
Anyway, I bought the Type 40 off him, and that had a body made in Australia. And I've got a bit of shape, isn't it?
It's nice, mate.
Look at that. You know, I mean, that's...
And it's all steel.
And you get 3 people in it. And this is his Formula Ford that he's working on. No,
V.
Formula V.
Form car.
Formula V. And at one stage it was owned by...
Owned by Porsche.
This all started in America, didn't
It
it?
did.
Yeah.
Form Car, the company that made the car, they came up with that sort of concept of making a racing car, you know, using VW components. And for 1963, 64 and 65, Porsche and Stuttgart, Germany brought 10 Form Car. And I think they also brought 10 Beach Formula Vs as well. This car never got assembled at Porsche. In about 1966, an Australian Formula V, well, he was an Australian, a German that had immigrated to Australia. He was a Porsche trained mechanic from Stuttgart. He went back to Stuttgart in 66, and they sold him the car, and he sent it back to Australia, and he got it on the track in 1968, and its first race was at Bathurst in 1968, and that was Bernie Hanley. He went on to be, I think, 5 times state Formula V champion.
Oh, okay. And where's the engine?
I'll have it here.
Basic questions.
Basic question. The engine, it's in the rear, but it'll be here in a couple of days. It's just been fully rebuilt.
No, it's a knockout, isn't it? But you know, Frank Williams started like this.
Did he?
Yeah, he used to buy old Formula Juniors and
Yes.
Formula 3s and completely strip them down, sandblast the chassis, paint it grey, put it all back together again, and it looked like brand new, and then a little rich boy would come in and
Yep.
he'd sell it to him. And that's
That's
how
how it
Frank...
goes. Wow.
Frank used to sell bits. I've been to Frank's and bought wheels to put on a different car.
Yep.
You know, and then he was very friendly with a bloke called Charlie Crichton Stewart, who I knew ever so well. I mean, I stayed with Charlie in his flat, and that's a famous flat in South Harrow where they all... When I was there before then,
Yep.
and I used to go racing, I used to go testing with Charlie and everything. And Charlie, his family owned the island of Bute, and, you know...
Oh, wow.
I mean, he was a very, very, you know... And because Charlie was... He was a lovely young bloke, but he knew all the real people. And he obviously met the prince or whatever that did Saudi Airlines. And of course, old Frank, he introduced him to Frank, and that was the first time Frank had any real money.
Right.
And they paralysed him. You know, I mean, old Frank had been running on second-hand this and second-hand that.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in Formula 1.
No.
And he wasn't a laughing stock, but everybody knew you know, that, well, he ain't nobody because he can't afford to do it properly. But the minute he got that money,
he was away.
He'd learned a fabulous apprenticeship.
Yeah.
You know, with all the old second-hand bits.
Oh, yeah.
So no,
Make it work with that.
When you get the new bits, you know, I mean, I always say when you go racing, if you need one bit, you might as well buy two.
Yeah.
And that is the difference.
Yes.
When the minute you've got the money to buy two,
You got to spend.
you're there.
Yeah.
And you buy it like this.
No, well, we've done a fair bit. Built the cabs.
Oh yeah.
I've got a friend just down the road that's got one the same
Yeah.
cab, same colour.
Yeah.
These are Australian Chamberlain Countrymen,
Yeah.
6-cylinder Perkins, and we tow sort of little caravans like the one in the shed over there. There's a,
Oh, fantastic.
So that's an afterthought, is it?
yeah, we made that. My mate and I made 2 cabs. This one and one for his tractor, which is identical.
Yeah, yeah. You never get your leg food out, I reckon.
Bugger off.
Oh, look at that, Susie. You imagine a lovely, big, strong New Zealand man. You know,
Yeah.
what do you call it, a Martian?
I think they come from Mars, not New Zealand.
Mars, yeah.
Different cab, different cab. This has got a factory cab on it, Ivan. This is a Chamberlain 9G.
Yeah.
And my brother comes down from the North Island, and you know, we do runs and things.
Well, I'll bring it because I thought you may enjoy hearing the story about it. But I went over there to buy that car, and they took the number plates off it, and said, "You can't drive the car. We'll meet you at the police station at the border in 2 weeks' time." And I turned up, and the car was there on the hydrodeck truck. They took it down. And I said, "Where are the number plates?" And they said, "We're going to get them." So we went into the police station, and they had a big chunky marker, and they were laughing at me. And they wrote a number plate on the back on a piece of paper, stuck it in my window, then waved me goodbye. So I taught myself to drive it after 10 minutes, and then drove off. And I had a Dutch girlfriend at the time, partner, and we went to the border, chased me down the road, got me back, fined me around $400 knowing that, then sent me off again, knowing that as soon as I got to East Germany, they'd send me back. And they'd get the car. It was a scam. Well, funnily enough, at the East German border, the gate was open, and my partner was following me in a car behind. I drove straight through like an idiot, not realising.
Yeah.
And then all hell broke loose. So they charged me, they got me, the East Germans did charge me, and a cop felt sorry for me because he knew I was a village idiot, and went and got me registration documents and insurance in East Germany, so I could drive the car through Europe.
And what year was this?
98, and but they asked me how much I earned a year when they were trying to find me, and they laughed. They said, "That's a month," and I said, "No, it's a year." So they were trying to get money off me. They wanted me to pawn my passport.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This cop took.
But 98, that was after East Germany, was
That's
part
right.
of West Germany.
It's just all changed, and my car was full of cameras. Old Leica cameras, leather jackets and glass.
Yeah.
So they wondered, what the hell are you doing with this car full of gear as well?
Yeah.
So anyway, they took me back, they locked me up for a couple of days, and then because this cop helped me, we bought him a couple of bottles of Johnny Walker whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, they took that as a bribe. So when I got back to New Zealand, I got sentenced to 3 months in prison.
Yeah.
And then we went to Germany, didn't we? By mistake.
Yeah.
It's a good old thing, isn't it?
It's quirky looking, isn't it? It's fun.
All the things they did fine with.
Oh, you found a truncheon?
Yeah.
The truncheon was still in the back of the car,
Amazing.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It sits inside a little compartment and out on the floor. I've had some issues with this car, caught fire. It's got a petrol-fired heater in it as well.
Yeah. No, that's good though. I'm glad I knew what it was though.
You did, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go forward.
And that little white Alpha you came in, that's cute, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Very good.
It's on a hill, maybe.
Take the save.
I like the handbrake.
Where you got your keys in the building?
how it's going to go.
He's going to gas us.
Yeah.
Because people in
So it's a missing Aston
England,
Martin.
Yes, Aston Martin DB2 4. Pulled it out of a garage after 44 years. It was a friend of mine, John Coomber, owned it. And the front was unpainted and we had to take the motor apart, put it back together. And then I did some research on its history and I found out in the Millie and the Monty in 1954, late 54, Aston said they were putting 3 cars in those races. And on the day of the race, car 855 turned up and 857 turned up, but no 856, which is this car. Car 787 turned up instead, which was a privateer's car. Aston Martin weren't about to admit that they'd crashed their car. This car was crashed during testing. It was a month old.
Really?
Right.
So the crash damage was 381 quid, when a full engine rebuild 2 years later was 91.
Yeah.
So this will possibly go.
Yeah.
My parents went on their honeymoon in a DB24.
Oh, did you?
No, my parents did, and it broke down. So they rented a Mini.
You know,
Oh, perfect! I love it.
No, it's a good car, isn't I love that.
I'll get the Gordon people. We've had a bit of Gordon people.
I love that. I think that's it.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's just at 88,000 miles.
What you ought to do, you ought to send that to England. I'll keep it in my shed and look after it for you. And then, but before you do that, you write to the Vintage Sports Car Club and you tell them you've got this old special and 30 years ago, a bit of history and everything. And then take it to Prescott, which is a fabulous place. And there's loads of specials, you know, like silly old cars that people made years ago, and they love that. I think that's a knockout.
So what is it? It's just an Austin special from...
Austin 7 special.
Austin 7 special.
And when I've got a little Ulster.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, this one. No, that's a good old thing too, isn't it?
It's cut the way I haven't picked
Have
it
you
up
seen
yet.
old Alison's one?
Yes, I saw your video. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's you know, that is a good thing, that.
So how long have you been collecting?
Since I was 17.
Oh, it's a passion, obsession. Disease, we call it.
It lifts my spirits. That's why
What's
I have
this
these.
little orange thing?
This car's a Mini de Joux. I think they've built around 20 of them here in New Zealand.
Oh,
wow.
They're on a mini platform.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this one was a competition car
Yeah.
by a guy called John Rush. He built it and I purchased it off him.
Yeah, that is very much what's the
Mini
thing?
Gem?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's a different language, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a Talbot,
Yeah.
105,
Yeah.
95 105.
Yeah.
Free select in it.
What a collection.
Berkeley.
I had one of them.
You had one of
Is
what?
that a four-wheeler?
Four-wheeler.
Yeah. That's Royal Enfield, is it? I think.
Is it Excelsior?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Alison's good.
Is this-
This is a lovely little car, isn't it? Very aesthetic. Does that go last 5 minutes?
The salt corrosion.
Yeah. And when you get one of those, you have to snap it in, you know.
Do you remember CWP Hampton?
Yes,
This was his family's car.
got it.
He came to New Zealand in 1957.
We bought black bets off him.
Called the big 5-litre Bugatti.
Yeah.
Do you still own that car?
No. Oh, David Hyman owned it till a little while ago, and now he's in Holland.
So it's just a town car, it's a 20
It's
horsepower.
a nice old thing, that, isn't
It
it?
was rebodied in, I
Very-
think, 1931 by James Young.
Yeah. That's a good car.
HRG 1100.
That's a good car.
There are 4 HRGs in New Zealand, and they're all in Christchurch.
Really?
Yes, all here.
Yeah, no, that's a good old thing.
Little
I
green
had
Terror.
a lightweight works one of those that I raced for several years with magnesium wheels, Climax engine.
Oh, you would have had the little, I'm trying to think of the wobbly wheel look.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was John Wolfe's car.
Wow.
It was a good
Who had the
thing.
AC Cobra? With
Yeah,
the
probably.
Willerman body, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
It's not real.
No. It's still a good
You can
car.
touch it.
What is it?
It's a replica. Graham McRae, the New Zealand racing driver,
Yeah.
he built a series of these cars.
Yeah.
This was
It's
his own.
lovely. It's a
This
good
was his
car.
own car.
Yeah. Lovely bloke.
What's this?
Panhard.
Okay.
Panhard 24 CT.
I had one of them.
I can't believe that. He's had one of everything.
I haven't had one like that, but I had the sporty one. Like a little 2.6.
Oh, the Dyna.
Welcome to my
Dyna.
world, Bridget.
Dyna.
I love speed.
Isn't it gorgeous? That's one of my favourites.
Got some age to it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's an old New Zealand car, old Christchurch car.
Yeah. Scooters.
Somewhere, Cucciola.
Yeah.
Here's the Cucciola.
I love my
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, a Ducati.
Well, I'll tell you what, her mate, Tom,
Our mate.
our mate, he goes to an auto jumble in Italy and he's bought the best one I've ever seen in my life.
A
With a
restored
proper frame. Well, I think it's original. But in Italy, they made really good bikes to put the Cucciola on.
That's right.
And he's got one of them.
Is that the maroon frame?
Yeah.
Maroon, is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll send you a video of it.
It's lovely.
I'll tell you what, Ivan, you've
So
got some
every
common
year-
passion
It's
here.
one of those things, less is more sometimes with these little things.
Oh, I love all that.
You know.
This is a proper collection. This is. Never had one of them, but I've had a Skoda.
There's a roof, let me have a look.
The hardtop's just sitting on there.
say, that's,
Yeah.
So that's not looking so good.
Oh, you've got some good cars, you know.
Oh, they're all a bit quirky.
They're not silly cars.
Oh, they all go.
Is that a Tiger?
Yes.
Oh, that's.
Well, actually, no, it's a built Tiger, but it's a very well done conversion.
Oh, what's that?
So
Now
now,
what have we had in?
it's got now, oh yeah, definitely, a little 302 and 5-speed.
Now, I've never actually owned one of them, but one of my people I know in Swell bought one. And he rang me up and he said, can you go and get it on? And I went and picked it
I don't know
up.
what you're going to tell me.
And it was such a good old thing.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah, oh.
It's so nice to drive.
Come out the roundabouts and cruise it. And
That's
I-
it?
You know.
What did we say this one was?
So,
Tiger.
Tiger.
A Tiger.
Was a works driver for Chrysler, or Hillman, or whatever you like to call it. And he raced one of them. And I knew Virgin there ever so well. Because when I raced, he raced. And I considered he was the best saloon car driver out of all of them.
Do you buy mainly in New Zealand?
That's
Yes.
lovely,
Oh, this one came out of Italy, the red one.
Yeah.
And, well, they actually both came out of Italy at different times, but I
Yeah.
bought them off a local collector
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I ride the
Wow.
blue one.
Yeah. Right, that's good.
This
It's
is
all
a-
good. I can't see anything. I can't see
You know what this is, Ivan?
a bit of fun. And I'm trying to think. Let's have a little think. No, I don't know what.
Only has front doors, no back doors.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Weighs 2.5 tonnes.
Yeah.
Has a 6.5 litre overhead cam engine. And an epicyclic gearbox.
And is it English?
Yes.
Yeah, now, give me time. I know what it is.
I know you do.
I'm trying to think.
India. Maharajas.
Yeah.
One still in here.
The registration number is Big Ben. Does that help?
This is alligator.
Look at that.
Alligator skin trim.
Oh,
Well, let's have a look.
Armstrong Sidley.
Give him a litre, huh?
Lanchester 40.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a good.
So this is alligator. Oh, look at this.
That's a real nutter's car, that is, isn't it?
And look at the front brakes on it. The size of it.
Yeah.
I like the skeletons in here. That's atmospheric.
That's the next car that we're getting going. And this is,
I've never seen one of them.
it's the Olympia Motor Show car from 1923.
Yeah.
And 24, I should say.
Was
And
that here?
yes, came here when it was a year old.
Oh.
And they always thought, including the club, that it had a Barker body on it because watch the headlights. Hold on, down
They
here.
moved it, eh?
They do. It's got Barker lights on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to come around the front.
Look.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What about these modern headlamps in it? It's Brighton, eh?
Yes, completely.
Yeah. I can't see it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's huge.
Would you?
Yeah. They're ridiculous. That is a rare old thing. isn't
That's
it?
the next car we're going to get
Oh, I
running.
tell you what, that's a knockout. I love that. That is a good thing.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. But it's in good condition.
Original.
Even the body.
been cleaned up.
It's amazing.
And notice the ship scuffles.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Well, hopefully when you come back, that'll be driving.
I should think that's done no miles.
What was that?
They haven't driven much, has it?
No.
No.
So it came to New Zealand 1 year old.
Yes, from a family that were wool farmers.
Wow.
And then it was found in a chicken coop in the 50s by a guy called Jock Cloister. And I've
did you see
purchased it from the family.
Thing here for talking to the driver.
That's right.
Oh wow!
So
Oh,
you
that is
sit in the
quite a
back.
flight.
Slow down, driver.
I just have you barking from the front passenger seat.
Well, I know you do, darling, but in these days they were a bit more refined than you. Oh, I tell you what, they'll have a lot of fun.
So what year's this?
1925. 24.
And that's the horn.
Front
Yes.
wheel brakes.
And this is how the toolbox comes out.
Oh, look at that.
You open it.
So was it built for a Maharaja?
No, but a lot of them went to India.
Oh,
They built 300 cars.
Yeah.
Just about every one different.
and a spare mag.
Wow.
You want one of them?
And a little
Oh, I
Fiat.
tell you what, you're going to have a lot of fun in that, aren't you?
I will do.
Oh,
Well, hopefully when you come back it'll be running.
yeah.
We'll take it for a drive.
Look at that. And what about that alley? You know, the workmanship, look at that. You know.
Considering it's original, that's a good thing about it.
Oh, I tell you what, you wouldn't want to restore that, you know. If that was a load of old junk, it'd cost you £1 million to make
One
that.
thing we can't reproduce, isn't it? Is originality.
That is a knockout. A Lanchester.
Yeah, Bruce thought you would like this car.
Yeah. God. Originality ultimate. And if you watch it and you think it's a knockout, don't forget to subscribe and press the like button. And, you know, life seems to be a bit bitsy at the moment. Old John's gone off. He's gone to Italy or somewhere, just for a couple of days. And the old Aussie brings going on a bit. You know, I mean, that's taken a long time. But now we've got to go ahead with the Sherlock supercharger. There's a couple of little bits that need riveting, and I've got the rivets, and I've got the screws, and I've got the belts, and you know, I think next week we should have that looking good. Poor old Dennis has got his knickers in a right twist with the 500cc engine. He's been going on the internet, and they're all talking about the timing and this and that and the other. And he was embarrassed. He wrote out, he said, I'm embarrassed to say this, he said, but I'm having a struggle with all this. I said, well, bring it round and we'll do what we always do, and we get it just rocking. Just rocking. On top there's centre works on Bugattis. Everything I've ever had, that's what I've done. We all know you can move it a little bit this way or a little bit that way, but without a dyno, that's very difficult to do. So anyway, so that's another thing. So then there's the Emerson to talk about a little bit in the future, and then there's the Sebring, which is really coming on. And then this weekend we're off on Sunday, and I've decided I'm going to go in my Ferrari to make a change. And that's it really.